Well, hey there, it's Tommy Toole with another episode of How to Get More Out of Your Breakup Than Just Heartache. We're in Module 4. This is Lesson 2, Groups and Podcasts. I think, are we in Lesson 2? Yeah, I believe so. Lesson 2, Groups and Podcasts. Yeah, this is a new format I'm setting up for probably just this one lesson, and I had to do a full screenshot so that when I toggle over to my Facebook page, you can see the page that I'm working on. So pardon the different approach here, but this should be a little bit more fun than some of the other more straight through lessons that we've learned. So today we're going to talk about groups and why groups and podcasts are good and why I recommend joining them. So I'll talk about why joining a group can be good for you and how to join a Facebook group in case you're technically challenged, sometimes like I am, and how to find a podcast. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to talk about how to cure boredom with the group thing and strategies for groups are good for strategies for meeting like-minded folks. And so are podcasts. So not so much for meeting like-minded people, but for listening to the same sort of minds or the conversations that you want to listen to in your subject matter that you're interested in. So, okay, so let's jump over to Facebook, my Facebook page, and I want to show you how to join a group. So in your home, let's see. So this is my page, and then if I go to my home page, it takes me back to where we were. And over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice there's my things, my news feed, my favorites and all that, and then groups. So you should have a groups button over here, and if you click on it, it'll show you all the groups that you belong to. And if you're like me, just recently, this was all probably blank. So as you can see, the Live Well Divorce is a group that I created, and you can jump on in there. I give you it's a private group, so by joining this program you are now in the group. So that is, you should already have a group over there. It should be the Live Well Divorce group, as I mentioned on right here, right there. You probably says Live Well Divorce right here, unless you have a bunch of other groups. But again, click on that, and I'm going back in. Okay, so here are my groups. Now, if you want to find other groups, Facebook knows a lot about you, as you know, and they know a lot about your friends, and so they'll sometimes suggest groups for you. So you might see some groups down here suggested for you, and if not, you can click on this Discover button, and Facebook will suggest some groups, some more. So you can look up here and browse by the topic, so parenting and all that, foods, professional networking, things like that. You can go in here and click on any of these and see what is in some of these groups. So let's go into funny. That'd be kind of fun. What kind of groups are in funny? Healing from the inside out. Oh, that'd be a good group to join. I'll click on that so to join, and so it's a private group, so my request was sent to the administrator. So in a day or two, I'll find out if I meet the criteria to join the group. And it's that simple. So then what you do when you want to, so you don't have to always go back to the group, is if you want to read what's going on in there, you go over here to your news feed, and that's how you kind of keep up with what's going on in the group. So that's really cool, although I do think the Live Well Divorce group is by far one of the best groups. But I understand that there are, other subjects that you're going to need to talk about and want to find out about and join groups on. So that's how you do it. All right, let's go back over to the our lesson here. And I want to jump back over. The next thing I want to talk about is podcasts. Because podcasts, they're good too. They can cure boredom when you're on the bus, or maybe commuting in public transportation, or waiting for the doctor at a doctor's appointment, or driving in your car. Oh, can you even do that with a car? I don't know. If you're jogging or whatever. If you can multitask at work or at home, podcasts are great. So I'm just going to jump over into iTunes. Okay, here's iTunes, and here's my podcast page. Here's this is sort of my account, but then every account has your iTunes store. So you click on the iTunes store, and then you go over here to podcasts, and it shows you all the different categories. So you click on the categories if you're interested in music, kids and family, comedy. You go in there, and this is great because you can subscribe to any of these and then download them on your cell phone and have instant comedy. So I highly recommend getting into iTunes podcasts and following a few of your favorite folks. You can always unfollow if you decide you don't like them and find another podcast to follow. And of course there is the Live Well Divorce podcast in here too, so you could follow that. Where am I? I don't know, but that's getting started here. There's the podcast. So all right, let's jump back over to our lesson, and here we are. So just remember, join a group for deeper insight on any subject on Facebook, and you can cure some boredom, and groups make you feel like you are part of something. So I highly recommend them. I think they're great for when you get stuck. All right, so thanks for joining me for another lesson, and I'll see you over in the next video. All right, bye-bye.